Welcome to this video showing a couple cool examples with OMNIPOPS. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with trading short-term options. A lot of people are kind of confused. They're told by various gurus that trading short-term options is bad. Well, yeah, if you're going to just kind of buy and hope for the best, you're going to run out of time hoping for the best, right? But here, we trade a bit more intelligently here, besttradingsignals.net and Options Trading Authority and Options Weekly Paychecks and some other domains. So we coordinate our options position with the system, with the strategy, which is based off of the price chart. Now, why do we use a price chart? To give us some sort of consistency, right? Otherwise, if one goes into the markets based on feelings, well, unless you develop some sort of ninja or some other self-mastery process that goes way deep and you're able to tap into, how about the future, then you're going to want some sort of consistent method that's very simple to do, which is trading the system. Now, here, this is what we do. We have this system called OMNIPOPS. It's a one-day trade, okay? Most of the time we get in before the close the prior day, and then we get out before the close the next day. Why do we do that? Well, it's just the angle of attack in the development of this system. There are cycles of price action. All right, so yes, there are different angles of attack that do well with maybe a 2 to 3 day pop, some a 5-day pop, and we have actually signals for that, right? And so, but with this one, it's a fun way to trade. It's a very good system, and most of the time we get in before the close the prior day. Sometimes we won't get in before the close due to various reasons. And we'll just simply put out the signal when there is one to do the breakout pop where we would enter the next day upon a price event that crosses a certain price point and then just get out by the end of the day. And we use stop losses by contingent orders. Now, if your broker doesn't have contingent orders, tell them they stink and go get a new options broker. Or you can use a real-time price alert just to, give you a beep in an email like you can find on TradingView to tell you when to get in and get out. That's another easy way too. Okay, so let's get to this example. OMNIPOPS, we trade cheap options. I mean, there is 1 day left to expiration on these weekly options. Now, we don't usually go. Well, I mean, depends on the weekly option available, right? With these, with Caterpillar and IBM, which are the stocks we're focused on now, we have the weekly cycle. And if you're trading like QQQ, you could have an options expiration every day, sometimes 2 days, and so on. And we have QQQ 1 day pops systems as well. You'll want to check out Perpetual Pops and QQQ Relentless. And we should probably, oh no, you know what? We didn't do a version of OMNIPOPS for QQQ, at least not yet, because the market is so wackadoodle erratic. And that's because we're going into a mega major financial system changeover. Fortunately, this time for the positive, right? Okay, so we have here this example. All right, I hope you can see the screenshot. You should be able to make the screen bigger on YouTube or whatever tube. And you can see here. Now, this is a fun example, right? This is Caterpillar. And we got in before the close. You can see the signals up here. Here's the Caterpillar signal. We got in before the close. There's hardly any premium, all right? And so we focused on cheap. And 2.91 on a Caterpillar call option is very cheap. And there's hardly any premium left. So it was a very high delta option right off the bat. And plus, we didn't have to put up that much capital for it. So one contract's $291 or $2,910 on 10 contracts. Okay, so we just had this nice pop, and these, of course, are fun. But with the system, we put all the pops in together, and we just keep on keeping on, and let the averages work out for building up profit. Well, it's what we always hope for, right? And so we have a system based on the past to give us high probability opportunities into the future, right? So it's a fun game. So we have these options, bottom at 2.91. By the close of the next day, they were 16.97. So if you had 10 contracts, that would be $16,970. So a $15,800 paycheck on 10 contracts. Now, if you were trading a little bigger, let's say 100 contracts, you just move the comma over. You would have a $156,000 paycheck for the day. Okay, I don't know where you're starting. I mean, these days, people's available income, cash, I should say, has dwindled over the past decade quite a bit, especially over the past 2 decades. But anyways, so you can see here, we also did a screenshot of the options. We have Yahoo options up there, and you can see the exit price. Okay, so do we get the right 18.25? What do we get? Oh, I think we accidentally took the last price. Right, but near the close, your price could vary, because what's near the close? Well, when we're trading the system, we're looking to get out, a couple minutes before close, 5 minutes before close, could be 15 minutes before close, and so we did. You can get out. You get out by time contingent order. Okay, a time-based contingent order, or you can have an alarm clock. Okay, that goes off and says check your trades, exit your trades. As a signal caller, we have to get out the signal a bit earlier, so we're entering and exiting a little bit when we're doing this right now. We're exiting and entering a little bit earlier than you would, or one who officially tries to trade the system. Okay, so we can't put out a signal at 3:50 with a 4 p.m. close, because you wouldn't get it in time, right? So we found that we used to go for between 3:30 and 3:45, but then we said, it's just, we need to start earlier, 3:15 to 3:30. Really to make sure we get the signal in and get it out correctly. Okay, so that's what we started doing. Anyways, this is a fun system. I don't know if, hopefully you're into options and trading cheap options. I mean, this is a solution for trading the cheap options, those cheap weekly options that a lot of people always wanted to trade but didn't know how. Now, we have lots of trading systems, okay? We have lots of trading systems. And you can go to Options Trading Authority, and actually Options Weekly Paycheck as well has some very powerful systems. Options Weekly Paycheck focuses mostly on micro swing trading, which lines up right to these very short-term cheap options. And Options Trading Authority has micro swing, and I think we only put 1 or 2 day trading systems out. We plan on rolling out more of the options day trading systems as an intraday, because a lot of money can be made. I don't know why we didn't put those out over the years. Anyways, so it's fun, okay? Being able to really rack up a lot of cash on super high delta cheap options. Not too super. When you're day trading, though, when you're intraday trading, you can go even deeper in the money because you're in control the whole time. But if you're going to have a position go overnight, you don't want to go too far in the money because you don't want too much capital on the position, right? because the position could go the other way, right? So, I mean, we do have stop loss points, but uh, you know, but we have this system, this OMNIPOPS. You can go to Options Trading Authority or Options Weekly Paychecks and go buy a system and trade the system yourself, so you can have perpetual signals, decades from now, and hopefully you can take an organized approach and compound your profits over time to extraordinary levels. All right, we've had some very successful students over time, and a lot of the most successful students were in careers that were very disciplined and systems minded, like military, okay, like medical, okay, and that was interesting to observe. But so, anyways, these are some food. These are some ideas. These are some foods for thought. Okay, these are some things you can go pursue. You can sign up for OmniPops below. I think we're going to move the IBM example into the next video. All right, thanks.